Math All Around the U.S. Learning Center by Anasia Bullard. Getting to know children/students. An icebreaker would be a great way to get to know students in a classroom setting. On this YouTube video, game number 2, more or less, which she explains starting at 4:17, this introduces or practice the equality symbols and also get to know the students. This could be in person and or virtual.
So you're going to let your students take turns saying some type of fact about themselves, again involving a number. This time, the students in the room are then going to show how they compare. All right, you could do this lots of different ways. You could have signs that they hold up. You could have symbols that they do, right? More than, less than, equal to, or equal to, however you want to show it. One way you could do this virtually or in person is you could take turns having them state their facts and then having everyone in the classroom vote more or less. Or it could even be equal to. This is a great game to kind of see what students have some similarities to them. So for example, a student might stand up and say, I have 2 siblings. Then everyone in the room would either vote, I have more than 2 siblings, I have less than 2 siblings, or equal, I have 2 siblings. Okay, it could also be things like, I play video games for 1 hour a day.
Standard alignment. For second grade, the focus is to build a foundation in number sense, operations, and geometry. We will have games and assignments to help build on these contents. Example, skip count number lines on the walls, count days of school every morning by using tally marks. Morning work, fill in numbered patterns, names, the shape, addition and subtraction problems, and practice odd and even numbers. I will show an example of carpet math time.
Hello. So today we're going to pretend that you are the helper today. Okay, so here we go. Last day we were at school was how many days? Yep, 61, which means today is how many? 62. That's right. Okay. And before we go to hundreds board, today isn't Friday anymore. It's Monday, December 14th. Make sure you put your TH down, 14th. Perfect. All right, come show me 62. Okay, where's 62 on the hundreds board? You got it. Right, oops, right there. Let me just click it. There we go. Okay, so 62. Perfect. How are we going to count today? Ooh, we're going to count by 2s and we're going to watch the video. So here we go.
Cultural relevance. Having students show how they got an answer to show that it's different ways to get the same answer. We can share during group time and etc., which will help know from what perspective the students are understanding or getting confused. This is an example from an American student and a Chinese student working out the same math equation. Hands-on mathematics activity. Hands-on activities will show the teacher where students are getting confused if they are. Hands-on math activity will also help visual learners. Good to show work with objects for younger students as well. Here's an example of a on-hand math activity.
Because we approach math in a playful way, my students actually remember what they learn when we do math. We reach more children because a lot of students need to have it in their hands to actually understand what's going on. I believe that working this way does help students to think that they can be a math person. We are starting a new theme about geometry. So we want them to remember all the words they already know about geometry, and we want them to kind of think, okay, I know something about this. We started with an activity where they work in groups, and in the groups they would have to draw a circle. We didn't tell them how to draw the circle. We just gave them a piece of string and something to draw with, and told them.
Riger and innovation. Online math games and group activities will keep the students engaged and also challenge them into working out harder problems. Math stations on different content and activities will work as well. Here's an example of a math center or stations. Assessment. End of lesson quizzes are great assessments to let the teacher know how much the student obtained. Verbal assessments are also good and helps teachers know if the students understand what they are being taught. Example, asking them about math vocabulary. End of semester assessment sums up what the whole semester was taught and learned. Assessments also lets teachers know if they need to go back and reteach anything so students can be prepared for the end of grade tests/assessments. Here are some examples of assessments.
Key features to summative assessment. 1. To check the results of the teaching-learning process at the end of it. 2. To get information on how things went so teachers can use it to improve next year. And 3. To compare results with standards. However, the features of formative assessment are 1. To get to know each student to guide them accordingly and plan future steps. 2. To explore additional learning opportunities to ensure success. And 3. To support teachers in the decision-making process.
And that is the end of my slideshow. Thanks for watching.